Have you ever lost a client and wondered why did they leave? Like, why is it that they left? Even though you know your service itself isn't bad, have you? You know you are delivering the best service in your industry, perhaps, right? Your team is working hard, they know what is expected of them, they are doing the best that they can. Your product is even one of the best on the market. And yet, and yet, it's still harder to get customers to renew. Referrals have slowed down significantly, and you don't know what just happened. Okay? Customers are more price sensitive than ever. And that is hard. And like most leaders miss, or like most leaders get this wrong, customers rarely leave because of the service quality. That's just a fact. They leave because predictability disappears. So, in this video, I'm going to show you why inconsistency creates risk for the customer, why inconsistency creates risk in the mind of your customer, and why risk quietly erodes trust long before anyone complains. You see, over the last decade, I have helped service based businesses generate over $40 million dollars and save more than 10 million. And here's the thing, not by improving service quality, no, but by engineering retention infrastructures, building client retention systems. And I can guarantee you and tell you that the pattern is always the same across all industries. So if you are running a 2 to 10 million service-based business, this becomes increasingly common as you scale. It's very, very common. And here's why. You've grown, and as a result, now you have to hire more people. Not only that, your business is bigger, so now you have to delegate. And then churn as a result becomes harder to explain. And here's why. Because at the surface, nothing is obviously broken. You can't see anything. It's not a drop in your standards either. But a shift in perspective just happened. And oftentimes, most leaders diagnose this as a quality problem. That assumption, right, that assumption feels rational at first. Because if someone leaves, then it obviously means something broke. But quality and predictability are not the same thing. And predictability is what clients anchor their trust to. That's a key. For customers, it's all about predictability. So inconsistency registers as risk to the customer, okay? And not as an inconvenience, risk. Because the human brain is constantly scanning for stability or safety. So here's an example. If the experience is consistent, right, cognitive load decreases. It's just natural. They don't have to worry about safety or stability. It's consistent. They know what to expect. Monitoring decreases because they don't have to look at it. And as a result, trust compounds. Trust compounds indefinitely. But when the experiences vary, the brain reallocates that attention. The brain is now thinking, wait, I need to find safety. It begins monitoring again. And that's the problem. It's the same with customers. It increases perceived uncertainty. And that uncertainty is interpreted as risk in the brain, in the mind of the customer, even if the outcome is technically the same or acceptable. Because clients don't consciously think, oh, they are inconsistent, right? Clients don't think that. Clients feel, they feel, I am not sure what to expect. And that feeling matters more than any performance metric out there because people care more about how you made them feel more than anything else. So hence, it's not about what you do, but how you do it. It's about how you do something, not what you do for the customer. Here's an example, okay? A customer engages with your business multiple times. Okay, let's go through this scenario. The first interaction, smooth. They got everything they wanted. The second interaction requires a little bit of clarification, right? Something happened there. And then on the third visit, there was something slightly different from that first experience. Then in the fourth one, there's a delay. Now, none of these are severe, but the pattern is unstable. And at that point, to the customer, switching almost feels less risky than staying. And that's the problem. The result may still be acceptable, but the customer feels the need to stay involved. And you don't want that. You want the customer to give you total control. And the moment customers feel they have to supervise, trust has already broken, because the customer wants someone who will take care of them and don't have to worry about it. So here's a pattern. It goes through consistency, then that leads to predictability, then that leads to trust, and ultimately retention. But when you break consistency, then it weakens everything, because trust compounds through reliability, not intensity. It's about how convenient and predictable you are. Clients don't require perfection. This is critical. They expect preparation and predictability. Because before clients leave, the signals are subtle, because the customer will disengage. It's important. Customers disengage emotionally first before they disengage financially. And so you will notice things like fewer proactive conversations. They are not as forthcoming with you when it comes to conversations. They don't come in often or want to come in often. They don't refer others to you. They are not upset. It's just that they are uncertain, and uncertainty reduces loyalty. And that is critical. So as businesses grow, more people touch the work. That's what delegation. But delegation actually then creates more problems if there are no systems, because more decisions starts being interpreted. And that's an issue with delegation, because there's more micro variations occurring. Everyone is interpreting the work differently. And internally, that might be fine, but externally, that creates a problem. That accumulation is what changes the perception of the customer. The customer just wants predictability. And that's why churn often increases during growth of a business, even if the service quality doesn't decline or remains the same. Clients leave when that reliability becomes questionable, not when quality becomes imperfect. God, you understand, no one is perfect. Retention at the end of the day, it's not about excellence. It's all about risk management. And unpredictability increases that perceived risk that customers do not want. And so you want to avoid that. And you can have strong talent all you want, have the best people, have acceptable results. That is good. But good intentions also, but you still lose client, because reliability was never intentionally designed. And that is the problem. And reliability does not scale accidentally. You have to engineer it. And retention shouldn't be enforced. It's something that you have to engineer. It's something that you have to clearly design. And so if this resonates with you, I'm teaching this in my live free masterclass, the client retention masterclass. And if you are serious about building consistency without micromanaging, this is your exact next step. Go ahead and register for the masterclass. I'll leave the link in the description below, and I'll see you on the inside.